Welcome to G3, Games, Gadgets, and Guests, a video podcast from 702 Communications. I'm your host, Brian Comet. I've got a game episode for you today, and today we are going to talk about Middle-earth: Shadow of War. Now, Shadow of War was one of 2017's games that I was most looking forward to, but for whatever reason, I didn't get to it till very recently. So, Shadow of War was released late 2017. It is the follow-up to Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. That game and this one are both set in Tolkien's Middle-earth. So we've got hobbits, elves, orcs, wraiths, rings, and ringmakers. You know the story. It's a good story. I played quite a bit of the original story for Shadow of Mordor, and I did enjoy it quite a bit. It is what I call a button masher because, sure, there's skill involved, but you really only need a couple combos to pretty much get you through the game. But like I say, it's a good story. I mean, you're a ranger, Talion, and through the course of the story, you need the help of the ghostly elf lord Celebrimbor, who half possesses your body, giving you unearthly power, which helps you fight the armies of Sauron. So, Shadow of War received a lot of positive attention, as did Shadow of Mordor for the Nemesis game system. So you've got enemies that level up when they defeat each other or you in combat, and that makes for some pretty exciting vendetta fighting, honestly. If one of the orcs manages to take me down, I'm going to respawn and I'm going to go hunting for that guy who killed me, because I can't let that stand. I can't let a video game orc take me down. So it's a good platform. There was DLC for Shadow of Mordor that I didn't play. I meant to, but I get involved in other stuff, so I didn't get around to it. There is DLC for Shadow of War too, so we'll see if I can get that. But you don't need to have played the DLC for Mordor to get right into Shadow of War. Shadow of War picks up with Talion and Celebrimbor again needing to save Middle-earth. The gameplay is very much the same. There are skill trees for you to level up depending on how you like your gameplay style. I like that a lot about this game. There are different weapon and armor upgrades to find, which I also like a lot. I've been playing for several hours anyway, and have been pretty absorbed in the side quests. I'm just beating down the captains and getting upgraded loot. One of the additions that I really do like in this series is the online vendetta missions. So when another player is defeated in their game, I can choose to take a vendetta mission to go into their game online in their world and kill the orc that killed them. And that gives me access to loot chests. Yes, there are loot chests in this game, and yes, you can pay for them if you want. I haven't. I don't intend to. Honestly, I'm getting really good loot with just the way I'm playing the game, and I'm really happy with the stuff I have. So loot chests aside, the only nitpick I have is that the game tends to respawn orc captains that you've killed. Sometimes that you've killed in spectacularly graphic fashions. The other day I was running along and suddenly I was ambushed by a captain, and I think, hey, I know this guy. Like 20 minutes ago, I literally cut him in half, like cut his torso off of his legs. It's violent like that sometimes in this game. But here he is again. I'm fighting him because he's a survivor. So anyway, I kill him again and grumble how it's stupid, but all the time, I'm kind of having fun. So, my guy is a character who's a dead guy who's got a ghost using his body to keep me fighting. So I guess I can't be too nitpicky about bad guys coming back either. So anyway, let's go ahead and have a look at Middle-earth: Shadow of War. So here we are. I've just started this back up. Actually, I've been running around just a little bit to get us in a good place to show you something. I've managed to be on a Caragor, and I did find in the map here, they've made available one of those online vendetta missions that I was just telling you about. So I think I'm going to go ahead and play that one. We'll just jump right off, and we'll get out of this world. And I'll jump into this online vendetta. So, you can see here, I'm gonna go avenge this Diamo 44, so if I win, you're welcome. He's killed, it looks like he's killed two guys, this guy, Narug the Unkillable. So maybe this is a bad idea, but let's go have a look. Let's see if we can take this guy down. So like I say, this will take you out of your story. It'll take you into their story. So part of this game is getting information on the different war chiefs and captains and stuff like that. So any information I had in my game won't be here now because I'm going into somebody else's campaign. But aside from that, you bring all of your stuff with you. So you've got all your weapon, all your armors, all your skills, all of that. So let's see what we're going to get ourselves into in this online vendetta.
There shall be neither sound nor mercy here today.
All right, so I need to stealth kill 2 soothsayers. Probably to get the boss to show up. I'm gonna see who we can see around here just to see how many bad guys are around. A lot. Okay. When you need to get stealth kills, it's important to stay stealthy. So if you've never played this game, like I say, because of the ghostly passenger you've got some pretty neat skills. A lot of this, at least in the way I play it, takes place on rooftops. And you can do a lot of fancy jumps. But that way you stay out of trouble for the most part. It's not so easy for the bad guys to find you. And it gives you a way to get away from the bad guys. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and stealth kill this one. There is one. And now I'm just gonna run. I could fight all those guys, but that's not what I need to do here to get to where I want to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get out of the way and find the next one. And it makes it more exciting because I let them sound the alarm, so there's gonna be a lot more bad guys running around, but that's fine too. I don't mind having more. Alright, so all these little yellow triangles here, or diamonds here, are telling me where the guys are that I need to find, so let's get there. Let's get to the next one. Looks like there's one right over here. All right, that wasn't quite as stealthy as it could have been. But here we go. That should be the second stealth kill I need. Yep, to get Narug the Unkillable.
Our intruder thinks he's a stealthy
Now,
assassin.
if I'd had any information on this guy, or if I would have bothered to interrogate somebody, I would have more information, but they're actually giving me some good information here. He's clumsy, flammable, vulnerable to stealth, and sickly. So that should work out pretty well in my favor. So if I can just get to him stealthily from above, I should be able to take care of him. Should be able to. But he will have plenty of people around him. So I did mention that it was grisly. This is definitely, it earns its mature rating. But a good part of this game is running around stealthily and stabbing people in the head or something. So if that offends you, it's probably not the game for you. There are options in the game to brutalize opponents so that you can wreak terror in the hearts of your foes, and I take advantage of that. Okay. I gave away my position, but that doesn't bother me. Let's see if I can get to a point that I can just... Oh, I had the wrong guy set. There we go. What I don't like about this situation is there's a lot of Caragors and a lot of guys.
Behold, no orc can slay me. Can a man? I rather doubt it.
So I did just get a good attack in on him. Oh, there we go. That wasn't so hard. Diamo 44, you're welcome. So I got it. I got in there. I avenged the death. I've got this cool Vendetta loot chest now that I can have a look at. And I got some cool stuff. And now it's going to kick me back to my game. So, like I say, that's just one element of this game that I enjoy. Just going on those side quests, getting some good loot, not spending any money to get these loot chests. I find that a lot of fun. So let's get back to my game here, and let's just look at what I got from that one. Back into my inventory menu, or the market menu actually. And it'll show you loot chests you can buy and loot chests you own. And here's my unopened chest. What do we get? So we got a new hood, gives us 22 stealth, and we got a new longbow. So we can compare those, but new loot. And, you know, like I say, that didn't take a whole lot of time, and it was just kind of fun. So this, you can go into the map here, and then you can see what other missions or objectives or whatever you've got around there. There's a lot of, like I say, little side quests. We can find lost artifacts. We can find all sorts of stuff. But I find it the most fun. Here's another online vendetta, for instance. I find it the most fun to just go and see who's around. There's an unknown captain in this area, so we can just go and do some exploring and see what we find, who we come up against. And, you know, it's, like I was saying, you don't need to have that many combos. You don't need to know the game inside and out to get through it. So I guess I don't take it that seriously. It's just something that I have fun doing. I am at the point in the game where instead of just killing the orcs, I can dominate them and bring them onto my team. So that they become fighters for good. Oh, you know what? I see another captain right here. So let's see who that is. I don't know anything about him, really. But let's go fight him. Because why not? And I don't know if you can hear... Oh! Caragors. I'll tell you, honestly, if there's one thing that I've died to in this game more than anything else, it's Caragors. Just randomly getting eaten by those beasts that I can ride.
I will teach you to sing a ballad of pain and misery.
Anyway, like I say, most of the time you can just get through with a handful of button mashing techniques here. Some well-timed parries. You do need to... You need to watch out a little bit when you get into a group like that. Like, I was almost dead there. And so another big part of my game is strategically running away until I've got a more advantageous vantage point. So let me just get hidden a little bit.
Something smells foul.
And I've also got a skill that heals me when I successfully dominate an opponent. So I'm going to take full advantage of that right now. Ha! There we go. So just a little strategic running away, and there I managed to kill the captain that I was just fighting. So, I mean, there's lots of stuff like that. There is an overarching story, but that's really the gist of the gameplay for Shadow of War. Critics have generally been on board with this. Metacritic score for Shadow of War is 80 out of 100 for the PS4 version, which is obviously what I'm playing. So if you like Middle-earth, if you like good hack and slash, and you don't mind this third-player button mashy gameplay, give it a go. That's it. That's my review for Shadow of War. I hope you liked it, and if you did, let us know. Comment on this video, send me suggestions, and remember to share, like, subscribe, and tell all your friends about it, because we've got plenty more shows coming up with interesting games, gadgets, and of course, guests. So until next time, I'm Brian Crommett. This is G3. Game on.